Man, a lot of buzz going around about the Acolyte being a pretty awful Star Wars show. No, I'm being serious, like this show is being bombarded from so many different angles. So, before watching, I told myself, you know, how bad can it be, right? I mean, a bad Star Wars product? No, impossible, dude. So, the first episode opens up with like this assassin lady paying someone to point her in the direction of a Jedi. Now, I was already scratching my head because she already knows a Jedi is here, as well as who it is. This is a peaceful time where Jedi are walking around very prominently, so I don't know why you gotta pay somebody for this information. Just look around or ask anyone if they've seen a person wearing some robes, like you can't miss them. Sorry, I'm just nitpicking. But I do have a question for anyone watching. If you're an assassin and your goal is to kill a formidable combatant like, I don't know, a Jedi Master, how would you handle a difficult task like this one? I have no idea what any of you are smoking. Like, what, subterfuge? Sneak attacks? Poisoning their blue milk? No. Listen, obviously, you walk up to them and you openly challenge them to a duel.
Attack me. With all your strength. Attack me, Jedi.
Oh, but it's implied Assassin Lady is holding some kind of grudge against Trinity here, so that explains everything. You know, she got something to prove and wants an honorable 1v1. Shut the hell up. She took a hostage as well as tried killing the bartender as a way to distract Trinity during the fight, so that doesn't really answer anything. Anyway, we got a few problems with this fight that obviously was trying to audition for the next Matrix film. Why does Jedi Master Trinity just let this assassin nearly kill these people like she only intervenes when they're all incapacitated? That's not very peacekeeper of her despite being a Jedi Master, but she does care considering she saves a couple from death. Why does she not use the Force to end this fight, like right here and now? I don't know, man. Action, you know, we gotta open up with a long action scene, otherwise the audience will get bored. We're here to have fun. That's what this is, right? Fun. It's so fun seeing the Force be underutilized and used in ways that don't seem sensible. Like when Trinity stops her movements, they engage in a staring contest or like do a little push. It's never followed up with like a quick jab to the back of the head or an attempt to dislocate her arm. And later you find out Assassin Lady can use the Force to harm Trinity, so why does she not do that more often? There's also the problem of this fight just lacking any meaningful story or emotional investment because I don't know anything about these two. So if Trinity dies to something so trivial when she shouldn't have, despite being a Jedi Master, why should I care? That's exactly what happens, by the way. Assassin Lady throws a knife at the bartender. Somehow, this required Trinity's full attention when she should have been able to stop that attack without even looking. She even noticed this attack was coming, so how did she not stop this more easily? Like, where's your reaction speed gone? A knife gets lodged into her chest while she was distracted, of course, and it's over. Oh, okay. She's about to kill the bartender for, I mean, I guess he knows her identity now, so that's bad. Fair enough. To be honest, this shouldn't matter. There were loads of other people that saw this happen. Makes you wonder why you would openly challenge a Jedi in public if this is such a problem. But he has a kid, so he's fine to live now, and I'm just confused what was the point. All these people could have had kids, just so you know. Oh boy, dude, that opening was insane. Like, what the hell did I just watch? And I guess we're gonna follow Assassin Lady Osa. She is gonna be our main character, but what if this is all a mistake? What if she had a twin sister that was responsible for this early, unfortunate removal of Trinity from the show? Anyway, after we learn she's part of the maintenance team or mechneck, sure, for a Trade Federation ship, the shields aren't working, so she and her boy go out to fix it.
Their grease grubbers are disposable.
You know, we can hear you. Frankly, I'm hurt because Philip
is clearly disposable, but me, on the other hand, come on.
Bro, why is there MCU humor in my Star Wars, man? Apparently some PTSD kicks in when a fire breaks out, hinting at her backstory. I was way more distracted by a fire just existing within the vacuum of space. Look, I know fire has existed before, but this feels so weird despite knowing that this is like a campfire. It just seems weird. Some Jedi show up looking for the assassin lady. This is where we get a dump on her backstory, how she's an orphan taken into the Jedi Order when her village was destroyed.
That's her! She killed the Jedi and ruined my bar!
Bro, what? No. You'd expect like an investigation, like the Jedi analyzing the crime scene, maybe a scene of the entire Jedi Council acknowledging or reacting to the news of the murder of a Jedi Master. But no, we're already doing this. Like it's so funny the Jedi dragged this dude with them so he could point fingers at Osa. Yeah, that's the one right there. She's black, she's got braids, obviously guilty. Look, in a sci-fi world like this, I just think you need to do more to get to this point in the story. Although, while this is pretty silly, I'm willing to be okay with this if, and I mean if, we get a trial scene, we get introduced to more characters within the Jedi Order, we get some interesting character interactions. Maybe this ends with the Jedi wisely knowing something ain't right about all this and they give Osa a fair shot to prove her innocence, you know, just a show of good faith since Osa used to be part of the Jedi Order herself. Dude, there are so many ways to handle a story like this, but here's a reality check. These two goons are not escorting Osa to Coruscant. I repeat, the Jedi are not personally escorting a person suspected of killing a Jedi Master to Coruscant. I mean, I guess the Republic and by extension, the Jedi are just a bunch of imbeciles. I mean, how else do you explain this tactical blunder? Massive red flag, some bullcrap is about to happen that will allow Osa to escape. Anyway, we're on Coruscant now, where we get the infamous trailer scene that we all laughed at.
Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you.
This green lady shows up to inform Master Soul his Padawan Osa is in custody for suspected murder of Trinity.
If it were to become public that a former Jedi killed one of our own,
Our political enemies could use it against us.
Why are you trying to persuade Master Soul to enact justice for political reasons? He hasn't even seen the evidence yet. This is the first time he's hearing about this. This is the kind of conversation you have after some failed attempts to get Master Soul to punish his Padawan, or former Padawan, I guess. Oh, but don't you see the Jedi are corrupt and bad? That's the point of the story here. Dude, if this is how you're gonna present the Jedi as a corrupt order playing politics, it doesn't give me much hope for future episodes. So, I mean, we got Osa just hanging out in her cell. I find it very strange that this is a transport ship escorting dangerous criminals, but they're allowed to talk to each other, as well as allowing them to keep hardware they could use to escape. But dude, I'm not joking. They tell Osa they're going to escape after a quick Jedi bad quote.
I have faith in the Jedi.
Enjoy prison.
One of the prisoners hacks into the droids controlling the ship to force it to stop, and they escape. Dude, no, man, no, it was that easy? I mean, they leave Osa behind because she believes in the Jedi, but it still doesn't change the fact that this was extremely convenient for her. She also can't use the Force for whatever reason despite being a Padawan at one point in her life. Not like it really matters since the toy product placement she was reaching for comes within grabbing distance anyway. After she tries to save one of the prisoners, the guy just runs past her and steals her escape pod. This leaves her with no choice but to try and just strap in and survive a crash landing that begun outside of the atmosphere of a planet. The odds are not in her favor. I mean, come on, guys. Of course she's gonna be fine. Of course. We cut back to Coruscant, and this is so strange. Events are just happening within just the blink of an eye. Those same prisoners who escaped that vessel are already captured again, and they're already on Coruscant. How and when? Just to be clear on what happened here, Osa gets captured. The Jedi don't escort a person suspected of killing a Jedi Master to Coruscant. They only had one droid to guard this entire group of criminals. She is on the same ship with a bunch of people who have a plan to escape, and they just do because the Republic and the Jedi suck. But thankfully, because she was abandoned by the criminals and did not escape with them, this results in her avoiding capture. And whoever recovered those escape pods chose to not look for the ship itself. Holy shit, the luck stats for Osa are off the charts, I swear to God. Anyway, Master Soul interrogates one of the prisoners with the Force and decides to take 2 goons with him to find Osa. And what do you know, Osa is completely fine, not even a scratch to be seen. I know at first she's hallucinating, but after that's over, she's still unscathed.
Master Soul,
Oh my god, yes dude, that's the content I want to see in Star Wars, let's fucking go man. Oh come on dude, they're just trying to have some fun, stop being such a hater. Listen, you're only allowed to have fun when your TV show is good, that's how this works, alright? Osa is having a vision, and this is where we get the big reveal that Osa has a twin sister, May. Damn. Who saw this one coming? And we keep getting more information on Osa's backstory, like her twin sister was killed when her village was attacked, and I gotta say, I'm getting kind of bored of this. They keep yapping about her backstory when I haven't gotten enough time to spend with her character to care. You know what, let's just save some time. Master Soul, along with his Padawan and Yord, find Osa. Master Soul believes Osa is innocent after hearing Osa tell Soul that she had a vision about May. I wish he'd just be a bit more skeptical rather than just outright believing her, considering he claims to have seen Osa's twin sister die. Then we cut to May walking up to some edgelord who ignites his red lightsaber before the credits roll because he's so freaking cool, man. Just, oh, red lightsaber, oh god, I fucking love Star Wars, man.
If you attack a Jedi with a weapon, you will fail.
This is a bad start for the Acolyte. I swear the pacing is nuts. It's like they don't care to give us a chance to get to know any of the characters. It's almost like they just want to get this show over with by having events happen regardless if it makes sense or not. What even was that little prison ship escape scene? That was absurd. Alright, look, it's fine, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves in here and pass judgment on the Acolyte just yet. Although, I don't blame anyone for checking out of this show like halfway through episode 1. I mean, it's alright. Episode 2 will save everything. It'll salvage this mess. Right, so we're following May as she infiltrates the local Jedi temple to, kill more Jedi, obviously. Oh, no, she just wants to kill just one Jedi Master. Okay, I don't know why she's opting to go through the front door as opposed to sneaking in a different way. She's just strolling around here looking to not bump into another Jedi, I guess. Lucky for her, that doesn't happen.
We have unfinished business. Attack me.
What the hell is wrong with her? Why does she keep insisting on dueling these people instead of trying to kill them subtly? This is a Jedi temple. If the fight does not end within 10 seconds, the Jedi will be on top of your ass and you're done. What is the reason behind this madness? Someone tell me, please. Dude, I love that all her attacks did not work, so she thought, what if I do a sick wall jump kick? That'll do it. So yeah, this guy's too powerful, and a Jedi hears this ruckus, comes in to take a look, but May vanished. This is undoubtedly the worst Jedi assassin I've ever seen. We cut to our main group of heroes, and it's mostly just small talk about how good Osa is at her job.
But I'm better company than a droid, and, way more flexible.
Jord is heavily sus about Osa, but Master Soul tells him to stop being a pussy, and that ends that conversation, I suppose.
Osha has a twin sister.
Her name is May. I believe she is responsible for Indara's murder.
A suspect matching Osha's description broke into a local Jedi temple.
They say they saw May, but in the opening of this episode, no Jedi really saw her. I assume this person is not a Jedi, considering they aren't wearing the robes and did not stop this random stranger walking past her. So I don't know how they can confirm it was her unless some dude off screen saw everything that she was trying to do just happen. Or maybe they got cameras. Who knows, man. The whole like who is the real killer story they were going with for like the first episode, it's kind of over. Like Osa is in the clear, like that was pretty quick. Green Lady tells Soul to investigate. We're back to May. She has a contact in this place and he says something to May that kind of makes me laugh.
Find his weakness.
He doesn't have one.
Everyone has a weakness.
Hearing May talk about exploiting someone's weakness is funny considering her tactics, which is walk in and openly declare to fight them. But apparently her master instructed her to do so, so this means her master is either just some kind of troll or a freaking idiot.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. And peace
Is a lie, I know.
I know we're only 2 episodes in so far, but I really wish they would show me how the Jedi are not who they say they are. Green Lady is a bit strange, but so far every other Jedi we've seen has been alright. Maybe Jord is a little too forceful considering he was about to use the Force to get answers from the captain of that trade ship. Master Soul is a bit too easygoing, but point is, where is the bad side of the Jedi they keep saying? I wouldn't even use Osa's arrest as an example because we didn't even get to see her trial. Regardless, May's master has prohibited her from using weapons as well, but she uses knives, so I'm confused. I guess she is going behind his back and breaking his rules, as she should, because those rules are insane. This dude makes May a poison to use on a Jedi Master. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but by all means, surprise me.
Do you believe the May is behind the Indara's murder?
It's the only way to explain all of this. She must have survived somehow.
I wanted to save you both, and I have made peace with what happened on Brandok.
Oh man, I'm so annoyed with this. I really hate how they talk like we know what happened to May as well as what happened between Soul and Osa. This is your freaking chance to give us something meaningful, like have these two connect or convey meaningful information to the audience.
What is that?
I got this in CorpSec, and you hate it.
It doesn't matter what I like.
Or maybe actually show what happened through like flashbacks. But no, it's stuff we've already known and it's cut short. Like what a pointless scene. You need to stop treating your audience like they care about Osa, Soul, and May. The truth is, I'm waiting for a reason to care, and this vagueness is pissing me off, to be honest.
We didn't think Coruscant would be interested in our little break-in.
This crime may be connected to another open investigation.
Are the Jedi not in open communication with one another? No, they have to be, considering Green Lady was informed about this break-in. But did she not tell these people that an assassin responsible for killing a Jedi Master was here? These people should be on high alert and make sure this temple is locked down. Oh my god, no, man. You gotta be kidding me, right? Again, I don't know what this Jedi Master did, but apparently May convinces him that he did a big bad. He wakes up and agrees that he did a big no-no and allows himself to be poisoned. So, yeah. He kills himself. Why is this strange, you may ask? Well, I don't know what he did to make him want to go this far. It would be really nice if the writers freaking told us, because May doesn't like the Jedi enough to want to kill them. It's implied Osa experienced the same thing May went through when their village was killed off, but she doesn't hate the Jedi. So, like, what's the deal here? Was killing yourself really the only outcome here? Did he not want to seek some redemption, like do better in his life, if what he did was so bad? I guess not, considering he hid himself for 10 years. I'm just confused. Also, it looks like May did not even need that poison. Why didn't she just talk to this dude in the first 3 minutes of this episode? It sounds like he would have gladly let you slit his throat. How did Osa make her way to the body first? How? Did the Jedi who's leading this group get lost somehow? Did he take a detour? Like, what do you mean?
Step away from the body.
She didn't do it.
My sights were on her the entire time.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna be so pissed if we were still gonna do this whole thing of suspecting Osa as the murderer. I'm actually happy with Jord for taking the initiative and doing something right, as opposed to just being the character the women get to flex on to make themselves seem better, well, at least for now. Our heroes find out the Jedi Master willingly drank poison. Osa figures out it's a poison from her home planet, but it's been tampered with, so they assume it might have something to do with the local botanist. The large Jedi confirms that the botanist is an imposter, so they form a plan on how to get information out of the guy. George just wants to go in and confront the guy. I don't know why he doesn't insist on using the Jedi mind trick. He pulls out a freaking stun gun and says, we'll use this if we need to. This is obviously done to set up Padawan, whose name I don't care to remember. She delivers a more sensible plan that puts George to shame. Take advantage of Osa's appearance to pretend to be May and talk to the guy.
Giving a civilian a weapon violates 13 precepts.
This is so dumb. George just talked about going in and abducting someone forcefully like a vigilante, and he's over here talking about how giving a stun gun to Osa violates precepts. Just stop. The show is not ready to engage with these kinds of ideas considering the lack of self-awareness in the writing.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
God, Osa sucks. Did you not workshop what you would say to the guy? This should have been so easy. She didn't even try, but thankfully the guy does the legwork for her by asking if the poison worked, which gives the Jedi who were listening in on the conversation the confession they need to go in.
Whoa, wait. Hold on.
We know you supplied May with the poison that killed Moss's children. We have your confession.
If you cooperate, we will consider letting you go with a warning.
Okay, Master Soul, please tell me you're lying. This guy supplied May with a poison to kill a Jedi. He knew what he was doing. What do you mean he might be let go with a warning? It's even implied he knows about May's master, and they don't even question him beyond that, because this guy tells them May will be back tonight, so that's enough for them to hold off on further questioning, or I guess imprisonment, so they can prepare for May's arrival. You still have time. Just use your Jedi powers to question the guy. He could be lying to you for all you know. You don't even need him here. Just tie him up and put him on the ship or something.
What if this guy's lying? What if this is a trap?
Oh my God, man. Oh, that's what I was saying. You can't just say that and also not do it yourself. What is wrong with these people?
Say the line, Bart!
I have a bad feeling about this.
I take it all back, guys. I love Star Wars.
She killed my family. She destroyed my life.
Apparently May is the one who killed Osa's family. Okay. I know they very briefly talked about how May started a fire that killed Osa's family, but every time they talked about May, they didn't give off any impression that May was the villain, like what she did was intentional. They just talked about how they wish they could have saved her, but now Osa wants revenge. So this just feels like it came completely out of left field, and it does not help that we have barely any information on what happened. So whenever the writers try to have Master Soul go on about how revenge is bad,
You want revenge. Look what revenge has done to your sister.
what the hell am I, the viewer, supposed to think? I don't know what happened because you've not shown me what happened. I've never seen a backstory be so inconsistent with as little information as possible. Like, it's crazy, I swear. And it's even worse when they've barely done anything to characterize Osa and May, which makes it difficult to feel for these two.
You are not my master. I do not need your permission to go out there and confront her.
Dialogue like this does not help. You just come off as a boring character. Regardless, Soul tells Osa to chill out while he handles May himself. But man, oh man, it's time. We've all been waiting for this. A duel between Soul and May. Hey, I'll say it. For the most part, I actually liked the way this fight was done. The choreography was pretty nice. Oh, and I guess May believed her sister was also dead. May's master has done something to her mind to prevent a Jedi from revealing his identity. Sure, fair enough.
Lay your weapons down and surrender.
What the? No. Master Soul has the ability to hold her in place. The moment May raised her arms, he should have just stopped her or used the Force to immediately blow away all the dust, but that would make too much sense. Osa somehow crosses paths with May and they stare at each other for a little bit. Guys, this is very powerful, okay? Very powerful moment. Please do your best to pretend like you care about these two characters, okay? Osa misses with the stun gun and May escapes. Unbelievable, dude. Why are you just standing there scowling at each other? Like, continue the pursuit. You have a ship hovering over the town. How did you lose her? Master Soul tells Green Lady what happened. She tells Soul to hang back while parts of the Jedi Council discuss what to do next. They for real have this one fat Jedi just watching over him. May is still here and tries to kill the imposter despite not knowing anything about him giving her up. He tells May they can escape to Kofar, whatever. You know, it's where the Wookiee Jedi they're looking for is at. And I'm pretty sure they will just leave unscathed because the fat Jedi got distracted by a girl and he lost them.
He's gone, come on!
I am just so happy the Jedi are taking this whole situation seriously. I love it. Then we get a first look at this Wookiee Jedi when he uses the Force to yank a gun out of the scavenger's hand and tells them to piss off. So, it's pretty rough out. It's pretty fucking rough out here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We had like over an hour to really get to know the main characters, and they all feel extremely shallow. Also, I said this earlier, but I gotta ask again: is May's master really telling her to go out and duel Jedi Masters in the open with just some hands? Does he actually condone an assassin to openly challenge their target and potentially get labeled as a wanted criminal? Who the hell is this guy, and why is he so dumb? Sorry, I'm being too negative. You know, what's something I liked about this show so far? The costumes are, I think, okay. I mean, I like the gauntlets. Yeah, aside from anything else I've said, that's it. That's pretty much it. Look, it's fine, okay? Everyone makes multiple mistakes. I'm sure whenever I get around to watching episode 3, it'll save everything, and I'll take back everything I said and talk about how amazing of a show The Acolyte is. Hey, you remember when I asked to see the origin story of Osa and her twin sister? Because they decided to center the story of the first 2 episodes around that backstory, which made it difficult to get immersed when they had multiple key moments that relied on you knowing that story. Well, we finally got it, guys, and boy was that a big mistake.
We were on the brink of extinction!
I'm gonna be all over the place with this episode, so just bear with me. So, the episode starts off pretty normal for once. Like, we get to see Osa and May act like typical kids. May is completely on board with being part of her tribe's ceremony to become a witch, while Osa ain't about that life. Their lesbian parents want both of them to ascend to become a witch. Oh, and also the Jedi are spying on them. This all sounds confusing, I bet, based off of what you know about Star Wars. Don't worry, you're not alone here, trust me, dude. But yes, Osa and May are the only 2 kids in a covenant of all female Force wielders who don't like to call it the Force.
All living things are connected by the same thread, a thread woven through all of existence.
Oh God, please don't start trying to recontextualize the Force. That is the last thing Star Wars needs right now. I ain't about to start calling the Force the thread, alright? They're for real over here trying to take shots at the Force, saying it's not a power you wield.
Some call it a force and claim to use it. But we know thread is not a power you wield.
Oh, come on, man. Like, it's obviously a power you wield. Cut the bullshit. You literally call yourselves witches, or are we now recontextualizing what a witch is as well? Even the way they describe the thread makes it sound more like a power. The power to change someone's destiny.
Pull the thread, change everything.
That is a power, you weirdos. And man, does it get even weirder later on. But first, I would like to give one point of praise. The relationship they show between Osa and May, along with the parents and even some of the Jedi members, was actually okay. At least until the ending, but we'll get to that. I'm being serious. I can see a good show here somewhere. It's just underneath a bunch of rubbish, desperately trying to claw its way out.
We were on the brink of extinction!
Alright, look man, aside from this being a weird as hell thing to see in Star Wars, I honestly don't know what to think about this whole ceremony. And I don't mean the choices the characters make, I'm more or less confused on how this ascension works. Because later on, they heavily imply these twins were created through the Force, and this was something the witches did.
I carried them. I created them. And what happens if the Jedi discover how you created them?
It wasn't just a thing that happened, like with Anakin Skywalker. These witches created Force-sensitive children. What the hell? So, is this ceremony just for show, or are they actually transferring more power into them?
And tonight, at the ceremony, you will experience the power of many.
I mean, I guess so. It's honestly insane that a cult of witches have the ability to create Force-sensitive children. Kind of makes Anakin Skywalker seem less special. So yeah, definitely all these women gotta die. There's no way in hell this can fit into the first 6 Star Wars films. Like, why did you choose to do this 100 years before the prequels? Seriously, I don't even want to try thinking about how this changes or affects the prophecy of Anakin Skywalker being chosen to balance the Force. Anyway, the Jedi show up sensing this horrible disturbance in the meta. I mean, they're looking for the twins. The interaction is mostly peaceful until Sol inexplicitly admits he was spying on them. Then he reaches for his lightsaber like, oh, Jesus, dude, look. The scene afterwards was okay.
I think you would make a very good Jedi, Osha.
But why the hell would you reach for that freaking thing in front of the twins when everyone's tensions are high? And then the freaking mother ruins the mood by using the thread to torture Trinity's Padawan, threatening to destroy his mind.
But we know the thread is not a power you wield.
The show was trying to tell me the Jedi are the bad guys, but look at what this witch is doing to instigate a conflict. Oh, but dude, don't you see they're trespassing? They're not even allowed to be here anyway. Yeah, so why'd they let them in to have a conversation with them to begin with if that was the case? They were all open to just having a chat, and the witches are the first to use the Force, the thread, on the opposing side. And even then, the Jedi are still reasonable as this is happening.
You cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans, with your permission, of course.
The mother eventually eases up and considers the possibility of letting both the kids take a test to see if they're suitable to be Padawans.
We make our move tonight, while the moons are high.
Mother Coral.
There are only 4 Jedi. Who would miss them?
Guys, I'm starting to think the Jedi are not the bad guys here. I can't wait for the brilliant punchline that the writers are doing a horrible job setting up where the Jedi just do something really bad. At least some of the witches along with the mother seem to be sensible, realizing that they should not pick a fight with the Jedi and by extension the Republic. After some heated debate, they settle on encouraging the twins to intentionally fail the Jedi's test. May is absolutely fine with that, while Osa is not, and this makes May really unhappy. I would like to take this moment to say something I said earlier. There is something good here with this episode compared to the past episodes, believe it or not. Seeing Osa be an actual human child, curious about the world, and wanting to leave is the most human thing I've seen so far, as well as the most relatable thing I've seen so far. Seeing the Jedi easily figure out the witches encouraged the twins to lie, and seeing Sol connect with Osa.
The Jedi saw how special I was, and I can see that in you, Osha.
There are other children there?
Thousands like us. But you must have the courage to say what you want.
I want to be a Jedi.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
Holy, like actual meaningful human interaction, I don't believe it. I never thought I'd see the day. So yeah, Osa chose to pass the test and May loses her mind. How is it that Osa turned out this way while May turned out to be a psycho when they both live in a cult?
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread, then pull it.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama.
Aw, okay, look, this is a touching scene, but I gotta say, it's weird seeing how the mother came around so quickly. You'd think with how long she's been part of this covenant that just actively slanders the Jedi as bad people, she'd be less willing to let Osa go with the Jedi, but well, here we are. It looks like Osa is about to embark on her own adventure until May comes in to ruin everything.
I won't let you leave.
It's not up to you. You can't stop me.
Yes, I can.
How? I'll kill you.
I'm so sorry. Can we just appreciate how funny that dialogue was? Oh, you can't stop me. But what if I kill you? Oh my goodness. So here's some bad news for May, as well as for the narrative the writers are trying to weave. May just tried to kill her sister. So yeah, she's definitely the villain. Honestly, even if the writers think they're clever and have the Jedi shoot first and kill all the witches, that won't change the fact that May just tried to murder her own sister. And I'm pretty sure May turned out this way by being raised by these evil witches who wanted to kill the Jedi anyway. And on a meta level, these witches have no right to exist in Star Wars anyway. So I'm not sorry to say this, but good riddance. I doubt it will make much sense anyway when we get to that big reveal of who shot first, because yes, that question still goes unanswered by the end of this episode. The sisters see each other one last time, and Soul, I guess, was out of range to use the Force to save May. And after that, Soul tells Osa that May started a fire that destroyed everything, but he trails off when he says it killed. You think you're so freaking clever, don't you? And this is pretty much where the episode ends. So here's the weird thing. There were more good scenes in this episode compared to the last two, which should make it the best one. But it's really hard to say this is not one of the worst episodes of The Acolyte, if not for Star Wars. Because they tried to retcon the Force and break Star Wars, like seriously. A cult of witches with the ability to create Force-sensitive children? Like what the hell were you thinking? At least they're all dead, or I would hope so, but just knowing they existed in Star Wars puts a bad taste in my mouth. Because how in the world is this supposed to fit into the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy?
Some call it a force and claim to use it. But we know the thread is not a power you wield.
I absolutely hate that they tried to make out the Jedi as illegitimate, despite how long they've existed in this world. Even go so far as just saying the phrase, the Force, as an incorrect way of talking about the magic system in Star Wars. I can easily see why this episode was rated so low. We still have a lot of unanswered questions, by the way. Like Trinity and Soul seemed content with what happened on Brendock, while like this other guy he just wanted to die, but he clinged to life long enough to be promoted to master at some point. I mean, it honestly doesn't make sense. I'm not sure about the Wookiee yet, but I'm still waiting to find out why May wants to kill these Jedi in particular. So far, she just seems like an evil person, so I don't have much sympathy for her. I guess we'll find out more in episode 4. Oh man, I'm running low on the copium here, guys. Yeah. Comebacks, they're a thing. They exist. Surely the Acolyte can make a comeback, right?